I've been waiting to share with you my logo design process for a while now, and finally I got a chance. Usually I'm sharing it kind of as a case study after I do this, but this time I will do it live as I design the logo. So the other day, Dan Petty shared a challenge on YouTube where he kind of prompted designers to do either a logo or a homepage or an app for a fictional space travel company called Space. Check this out, his video, I'll put it in the description, and you get a chance to win a MacBook Pro. And it just happens that my wife needs a new MacBook Pro, and so I thought, why not give that a try and see if I can win the MacBook Pro, see if I can design an awesome logo and share the process with you guys. Perhaps you can benefit and learn something along the way. And I'm talking about process. I want to mention something. I just got an email from a guy called Milos from Serbia, and he was saying something like, I'm a designer, I want to get into design, but every time I'm sitting down to design, I feel like I have a blackout and I don't have any inspiration. What should I do? And so my point to this is that if you are a professional designer, you cannot, build and plan on having inspiration. That's not a professional thing to do. What happens if a client pays you a lot of money and you don't have an inspiration? Are you going to go and tell him, sorry, I didn't have any idea, here's your money back? That's not the professional thing to do. And so you need to have a process. And a process means that you have a step by step, that you know what are the actions that are necessary for you to take in order to have a product, hopefully a well-designed product, by the end of this process. And so that's my answer to you, Miles. You just need a process. Maybe inspiration will hit you along the way, maybe it's not, but you need to work through a process. Design is actually a job. And today I'm going to share with you the process of how I'm designing logos. So the first step in this process is, the first one is to create a brief, really understand the client in what do they need. Usually I do this by meeting up with the clients and interviewing them about their company, what is guiding them, what they're looking to communicate, and so forth. In this case, Dan actually shared the whole brief actually on the YouTube video, so I'm going to watch it again and take some notes. I'm going to write down the keywords that I think are going to be relevant for me. What I'm going to do with that is step 2, I'm going to collect visual references, because every new idea is basically a combination of either 2 ideas or taking an existing idea and doing a twist, bringing your new idea on top of that. Nobody really invents anything. And in order for my idea for this logo to be relevant to what the company is actually looking for, I need to collect ideas that I can mix around in order to come up with something new. And so I'm going to take the keywords that I listed from the brief and then going to try to interpret them visually, so I have stuff to work with, stuff that I can play, stuff that I can actually sink in my brain. Let's get started.
Come on everybody, get your hands in the air when the party and the party's over. Take your hand and music right just like a fun fair. Oh man, now wild out, like them not here. I wind up themselves and I shake their ear way up it. Rub me eye when me see where them and with them in a pum shot. Stacking and Brazil, y'all look so good way up it stand up and still. Now they be chose up and everybody start rapping. And the DJ camp and autopilot way up it.
Right, so I've been at it for about 1 hour. I've been using the Envision boards to collect my references, and let me show you what I've collected so far. So I've started with collecting stuff, just general images of outer space. Basically, we know these images, they're pretty famous, but it's good to keep them in mind. Also collected stuff from SpaceX, the suit, but mainly because NASA and SpaceX are, they're generally the competitors in this space, right? What other space companies do we have at the moment? So I'll always have to keep in mind their logos and ideas, because at the end, your logo is judged against your competitors. You don't want to look too much like the same company using the same ideas, but then again, you still have to be like within the category. All car logos look like car logos. You have to be within the category. Food logos, food companies logos look the same. So you have to understand your category, stay within it, but still be differentiated from your competitors. So it's always good to keep that in mind. Next, just Infinity and Beyond, Virgin America, good to see the colors schemes. Tesla and Audi, both of them have kind of the same color scheme, which are grays, black and white, and red, which Dan also mentioned. So I guess that's a hint around the color palette. Apple Watch ads, Pixel 2, can't learn too much about this. Mini Cooper. And then I started to go look for some metaphors for the values. So he mentioned experience, safety, fast, and high end. I was looking for some icons just to get some ideas as to how to usually communicate those values. Not sure they'll be communicated in the logo, but whatnot. And then I also just collected sci-fi posters to see how other people kind of saw futuristic ideas in the past and how they communicate them. What's funny here is there's this movie Silent Running from like the 70s, and when I look at the letters, kind of look at the S, and then I go back to look at SpaceX S and kind of the lettering, I think they also looked at this reference because I think this looks a little bit similar. So maybe they also collected this reference. This one is italic, but still the type of letters is kind of similar. So that's funny. That's funny to discover. So those, I now have kind of a bunch of ideas. I was looking at this for a while, and those ideas are probably going to sink in my head. The next step now is to actually start with the sketching process, which I will get started now. I'm going to dedicate around 1 hour to do this. And I also have kind of a process to this. So I get started usually by drawing the letters, just writing the name of a company a lot of times, see what happens with those letters. Can one letter stand out, can be different, can have some kind of treatment happens to it. Then sometimes I dedicate sometimes just to do an icon. Let's say I'm not doing a treatment for the text, I'm just thinking about an icon. So I'll get started with this. I don't have too many expectations from today's session because it's just the first one. Usually I do a lot of them, kind of like at least 4 or 5, so I can develop some other ideas. But let's get started and see what happens.
Run up with self, cause the place I get hot. And we not stop dance until we done. Too much chatting on the dance, man, I turn idiot. To get one, and then your game of a clip chop. If you're not on a game, you're bound of a flop. And end up looking just like a track, so come on. Come on, let me see your hands in the air. Come on, let me see your hands.
All right, so I just finished up around 30, 40, 50 minutes of sketching, and I've got some stuff, not too much, like around 2 pages of ideas. Again, as I said before, I'm not taking this too seriously, so I don't have to fall in love with any idea that I have at the moment. I know that those are just beginning of ideas, and as I've explained, I want to spread this ideation process across few days because I always kind of, my brain gets tired after about 1 hour of sketching, and so I never try to cram on like the whole process of logo design into 1 or 2 days because I know that tomorrow I'll have a fresh kind of mindset. I'll do some more sketching. The day after that I'll put in another hour, and so probably next week I'll have enough ideas that I'll take them into Illustrator and move to the next step of actually designing the logo, which is also have a lot of kind of exploration around there, and sometimes things completely change at that point. And so I'm happy those were the first parts of my process, creating the brief, collecting the ideas, the visual references, and the beginning of sketching. So that's about it for today. I'll continue this next week and hopefully win. By the way, I want to say one more word. Usually when I'm making logos for my clients, I don't have to worry about competition because I'm not like pitching. They already hired me and I'm getting paid for this. So all I have to do is kind of show them this logo compared to their competitors and explain why this works for them. In this specific case, because it's a competition, I not only have to kind of sell the client as to why this is a good logo, I also have to worry about because I know they're seeing other options from other designers. And specifically in this case, all the entries are public, so I can actually go over Twitter and Dribbble and see the ideas that other people have sent, and I have to make sure that mine looks different. I can't come up with an idea that somebody already pitched in, so I have to worry about that as well. But what I'm really concerned going out there, other people's ideas, that a lot of people are coming up with ideas that have been used by kind of the competitors like NASA or SpaceX. And so that's weird. When you're designing a logo, you have to make sure it doesn't look like your competitor's logo. So if you're also participating in this contest, make sure that you're doing a good job and not designing the logo of your competitors. All right. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll catch you next week.
Let me see your hands in the air.